I am ready. We need to go. All right. Hey everyone. Hi. You know what this is, whatever. It's Roller Roleplay, the D&D show that forces my players just to roll with it. I'm Dan, your DM. Hello again. We are on episode 25, quarter of a century.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
A
I
quarter
cannot.
of a century.
I know.
Wow,
It
that is
feels
how
like
long
that.
we're gonna go for, yeah.
I mean, you guys just hit level 4, so hey, so fun. All right, well, thank you again for tuning in, watching us. We really appreciate it. Again, we do like a little bit of an intro just to kind of get settled in and everything. So yeah, let's see how everyone is doing. Hey, Cal, how you doing? What's up?
Hello, I am
Hey,
here and
you are.
present and alert.
Cool.
We're good. Oz is excited to be able to go back to the City of the Dead. And also that I have a whole new thing of spells to try out. So,
Yeah.
kind of anticipating some issues to occur now that there is a prisoner in the cellar that is not Liv.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Fun stuff. Nothing like
Fun
prisoners in
stuff.
the basement. Nothing bad happens.
Right?
With that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Remember.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Cal/Oz. Look forward to seeing what's gonna happen. All right. Hey, Dennis, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I always like that background because it kind of goes with like the fiery aesthetic of your character, and it's such a nice like vibe. I love
It's
it.
kind of like a tavern kitchen kind of thing.
Yeah. I think it's
Massive
great that you
acting
role
background.
play with all your background with your character. I think that's awesome. But yeah, anything you wanted to mention about last week or how you're doing overall? Anything with Craig?
Uh, not. I'm doing
Yeah.
fine. I'm
Okay.
I'm drawing a little bit of a blank here, so I'm not gonna
That's
take
okay.
up too much time.
You're fine. No worries. No worries. But thank you again for all your help behind the scenes with the music and the Roll20 on the screen. We appreciate your help. Thank you so much. Hey, Kimarie.
Hola.
Hola.
Hi.
Me?
Hola.
If you're gonna use the words of my people, the least you can do is say it with an accent. Jeez.
Hola.
The disrespect.
Sorry.
It's my accent. That's the problem, and I
I'm gonna
humbly
mute myself
apologize
before I
if
act a fool.
Sorry, Justin.
Hola, Kimarie.
Hello. My name is Kimarie and I play Miki. I'm a boy.
There you go. Yep.
I'm a boy. I'm a Kenku. I'm an artificer. So
Survived last week too.
I
barely.
survived. I did not die. I had many a friend reach out and be like, "Did you die?" And I'm like, "I did not." So thank God.
I got
Yeah.
nervous for you. That was
I was very nervous.
out of all
Thankfully, I had one spell left, and I could get some some health back, and so yeah, I'm excited to do some spell stuff. Hopefully, maybe sometime. Maybe, and yeah, just kind of see where we're going now that we're level 4. It's exciting. So.
Yeah. And we just for the viewers watching, we rolled health after our last episode to see where everyone's at. Some people got a good boost. Craig, definitely. Craig, you want to share with the people what your health is at right now? I kind of want to. I forgot already. I have to bring up your stuff.
58.
Oh, 58.
Yeah,
58.
and Miki's is at 29.
Oh, exactly half. Yeah. 2 Mickey's equal Craig.
Rude.
You said 29?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only 5 points ahead of you at 34.
29?
I've been rolling pretty average for my health.
So yeah, so have I. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think max I could have right now is like 40, so whatever. As long as Dan doesn't continue to crit.
We'll see. Every time I crit, it's just it does nothing personally. And sometimes when I'm an NPC and I crit, I help you guys. So, keep that in mind. Thank you, Kimarie. Appreciate you.
Thank
Justin,
you, Dan.
you're welcome. What's going on, Justin? How you doing?
Oh, nothing. Just chilling today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, did you do anything special on your off day?
got food with the mom, and watched a little bit of a TV show, and then that's pretty much it. Played a little bit of DBD, but
Nice.
nothing special.
Do you have a favorite, like, I don't know if I asked you, do you have a favorite killer? Do you play killer usually in Dead by Daylight, or do you usually do,
No.
like, players?
I only play Survivor because
Okay.
I am biased.
Okay. Good to know.
I mean,
anything... Yeah.
Either way, it's not fun, so I don't care.
Honest reviews, I love it.
Right.
Anything you wanted to mention about Zymina, or anything about the campaign in general, or anything? I'm gonna fix my camera a little bit too, if you don't mind.
Well, I mean, aside from the ending, like dealing with the whole prisoner in the basement as part of my faction, my next faction quest.
Mhm.
No, I didn't actually do too much of the talking this time around. So it was really nice to kind of sit back and just observe everyone else. But the lady of the house is gonna have to watch out because I'm a little mad at her.
Lady
So-
Growlhound.
Hmm. You never know, I might just pop back in and take care of that problem if the city watch isn't there, of course. But
I mean,
I don't have a way to
Yeah.
sneak in, so we'll see.
not yet. I mean, I will
True.
say
Yes,
you
we
do
do.
have resources.
Pass
Well-
without a trace, baby.
Well, yeah, but going in with knowing the shadows are there, you know what I mean? Like, I would like to be able to, like, make myself as little and unnoticeable as possible, Like, I don't want to, like, just walk in there, What if I roll a 1? That's still an 11, so no.
Okay.
But I mean, that's the thing. Like, you guys, the more you're immersed in this campaign, the more knowledge and know-how that you have of the people around the city, the abilities that you have. You never know, and yeah, you never know. So, do what you got to do. I mean, you got away. I can't talk. You got away with murder once by setting a whole bar on fire or
No,
tavern
it
on
wasn't-
fire.
It wasn't murder. It
Okay.
was a slaughter.
It was a cleansing, right?
Well, that's a little too racially charged. No, it was not a cleansing.
Oh,
Mm,
Mhm.
okay. I
It was
wasn't
the
even
return
going
to
for that.
Earth.
I mean, as far as we know, you did kill all the rest of the were-rats that were in Waterdeep. You could have.
You never know. It was a group of them, definitely.
True. They could very well have been part of Xanathar's for all we know, so.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you never know.
Mm.
Okay, well, thank you, Justin. We appreciate you and for everything that you do. Before we get into it, I wanted just to go through some new followers and people that are joining us as well. So let's get through it. Big shout out to Red's Samurai, who commented last week on our stream. He just followed us on Twitch, and also known as Brad. Thanks, Brad. We appreciate you.
Brad
And
is rad.
Thank you,
Brad,
Brad.
Brad. Also check out his content because he does D&D stuff too, and you're interested in
Ooh.
learning more. He has really cool stuff. So check him out. Also on TikTok, we have a new follower, GM Joe 1975. Thank you so much for liking the clips. We
Woo!
appreciate that.
Yes.
Also, new on Instagram that followed us, Rosie's Roleplay Corner. Right?
Yeah.
Makes custom character sheets, right, Kimarie?
Yep, character sheets and spells.
That's awesome.
Spells sheets.
That's really cool. And I mean, again,
Crackers.
like a lot of the people that follow us do a lot of hobbies with D&D related stuff, and the creativity these people have is amazing. I really like that. Also, Mayhem in the Mist has been
Ooh.
liking a lot of our reels on Instagram too. Kimarie, let me know. So just want to say thank you for that too, because the more likes and views we have on our reels, more people will be interested, and it'll just create a whole momentum for us. And just thank you again. We really appreciate it. 25 episodes in, and we're getting a following, so appreciate it. I think that's it for about announcements on my end. I think, yeah. Okay. So let's roll
Sure.
into today's episode of Roll or
Yay!
Roar.
Whoop.
Role
And our
play.
yeah.
Stop it.
It's gonna be a delay every single time I read the fucking intro. Every damn time.
You're welcome.
Swearing
Okay.
right off the bat there, Justin. Good
No,
job.
it's fine.
What can I say? I can get them quick.
In our last episode, our players were in Growlhound Villa trying to find answers about a recent explosion that happened outside their home. At the beginning of the episode, Oz, Craig, and Zymina witnessed the death of Lord Orrond Growlhound at the hands of Erstul Flaxen, a known member of the Zentarum. While Erstul was willing to talk things through, Craig punched Erstul and knocked him out. The three of them decided to have Craig help escort Miki out of the villa and back to Trollskull Manor because of how frail and close to death Miki was. Oz and Zymina, in the meantime, persuaded the guards to inform what happened to Lady Yala Gralhund. Lady Gralhund put on a sad and insincere performance about hearing about her husband's death and brought the news to her children in a very insensitive and careless manner in front of everyone. Afterwards, the lady, unwillingly known to her, was very inconsiderate and insulted Zymina about her race and social class. Then Oz and Zymina were gently escorted out of the lady's room by her guards. Oz and Zymina then attempted to escape the villa before the city watch arrived. Unfortunately, with a low stealth check from Oz, the shadows guarding the courtyard saw them and attacked. Luckily, all the attacks from the shadows missed, and Zymina and Oz managed to escape to the tavern. When our party yeah, I was expecting another day.
Very lucky.
When our party arrived at the tavern, JB Nevercut was surprisingly there to greet them. He explains to the party that he has a Xanathar Guild member shackled in their cellar. That person's name is Ott Steeltoes, and he takes care of Xanathar's pet fish, Silgar. JB explained that capturing Xanathar's fish sitter will cause Xanathar to panic and kill some of his minions. He requested the party to keep Ott alive for 3 days, and then he will take him off their hands. Miki had a lot revealed about their character in the last episode as well. Since Miki was surviving on 1 hit point for the majority of the last episode, he was very unhealthy and faint. With that, re-triggered an old childhood memory. He was sitting as a human child in a playroom with other kids. While the kids were playing with toys, Miki was reading a complex book on alchemy. It was also known that Miki was bullied and made fun of for being a nerd or a freak. Shortly after that, a tall woman wearing a floral dress with roses was picking up her child named Briar. It was revealed that Miki has a deep hatred for this woman. She broke his father's heart and ruined his home life. Miki vows revenge. Meanwhile, in the present day, when Miki slept for the night, he saw a vision of his dead rats Percy and Slurpee, and hears a dark voice, "A life for a life." And that is where we left off last episode. So let me take you to your home. All of you are level 4, so you all get your long rest. Miki and Oz, you prepare your spells for the day. You do have spells, Zymina, but we haven't revealed what class you are yet, so I have your spells in my hands.
Okay,
And
thank
Craig
you.
has no spells. You're welcome. I know. So, I would say, Oz, you are usually the early riser of the group. You usually wake up pretty early. It is up to you how you want to handle it. I know you said you wanted to visit the City of the Dead, one of the 1st things in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you getting up early to try to do this on your own, or are you willing to just talk to your friends first, or how do you want to handle that?
I mean, I don't think Oz would be intentionally sneaking around type of thing, but if they wake up and nobody else is awake, then they're just gonna go.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Well, I will say this just for time's sake, plus I love it when you interact with each other. I would say all of you kind of get up roughly at the same time. You get a solid 8 hours of sleep, so probably around 9-ish you wake up. You want to start the day, just because you had such a really big night the day before. Almost dying, fighting things, seeing death. Actually in person too, seeing a noble get killed right in front of them. It's a lot. So all of you are up and starting your day. Go for it. I would say all of you are in the dining area, or just the main bar area, and you see there is as you go down, the stools are kind of pulled out for you a little bit as well. Because Liv is there.
Okay,
Thank you, Liv.
Respect her. Yes. That you live with.
Thanks,
Yes.
Liv. Yes.
Live, laugh, love.
Miki will go down and start just tidying up the bar, and just starting to throw some stuff together. On his I guess belt or pouch area, there is a empty container, flask, if you will, or vial of some sort, and I touch it and it turns like a royal blue color, and so I have an experimental elixir that I can create every morning.
Oh, every morning. Wow. You can be a drunk every morning now.
Absolutely.
And you can and also just for the viewers, Miki can create additional elixirs by expending a spell slot too.
Yep. If I decide to do that. So, but I get one every day.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Oh, that's a nice potion too.
Yes, it is.
I know what the colors are. Great.
You know what the colors are.
Mhm. All right. So, Oz, you're with the group. You see them.
Mm-hmm.
Craig, I would say you're not super angry today. Maybe more exhausted than anything. Actually, no. Wait. I would say, as a DM call, knowing that your faction leader Deville is pretty much, from what you heard from Jarlaxle JB, that he is arrested. You kind of get the sense that Jarlaxle definitely played a part in it, but he really didn't say it. He's very charismatic in a way in which makes you think, did he really do this, or was it just men do it? Like, how did this actually happen?
I mean, I feel like he had a hand in it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
If not like directly playing a part in it, maybe contributed to the arrest. I guess I'm gonna start prep work for the day while I consider my next actions regarding that.
Craig, do you tell me, because I wasn't there when because I was I was dying when you guys were talking literally when you guys were talking to GB. So were you could sense that I'm in whatever I'm in Doom Raiders. Would you tell me about Deville?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, did he accept you, or did he say he was going to contact you later?
For Deville? You mean
for Miki being in the Doom Raiders? I mean.
Oh, Miki's in it. You guys choose.
I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, you guys get your factions. I know Miki was definitely gently throwing Craig underneath the wagon a little bit to get a little bit more attention, but Deville appreciates both Craig and Miki, even though they're different type of skill sets. So both of them are in the Zentarum faction.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that because I don't remember the end of it as if you did accept.
Yeah, they haven't talked a lot, but it's canon. They're in it.
Perfect.
Craig, do you want to go talk to Yagra and see if there's anything we can do for Deville?
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh, well, I mean, you could go do that and spend the day with your girlfriend instead of prep work. I mean, I don't think we're going to be opening the tavern anytime soon with our little prisoner down below.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know that he's down there, do you, Kimarie?
Oh, unless Novus...
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't have known. We would have just kept talking about it casually. No, yeah, we'll talk about it casually until you react. So I still go with that.
Who's in our basement? Who's in our cellar?
Oh, that's right. You were practically withering away by the time we got back here, but...
Practically,
yes! My faction leader gave us a little task of babysitting one of Xanathar's flunkies. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, I thought I saw Jarlaxle when I came into the tavern last night, but I actually thought it was a dream. And then I went to bed, so... That's funny that he was actually here.
Yeah, so we'll try to keep an eye on him, and by we, I mean, of course I'll take responsibility for it, but I mean, I figured, why have the tavern open with him being down there? That'd be awful hard to explain if the City Watch comes around, after all.
Zymina, I'm sorry, Craig, if you want to say something, go for it. Oh, okay, Zymina, as you're talking to Miki with your passive perception, you see from like one of the windows, you see a flying snake outside of the window, holding a note and dropping it and flying away.
She just like audibly sighs and like shakes her head and just goes, "I know I did not just see I don't know why I'm talking in that accent. I don't know why I just saw another flying snake, but I really just can't right now. Okay, let's go see what this is about. And she'll go out to where the note was dropped and look around in case she's gonna get ambushed by a bunch of flying snakes.
You, you don't see any other flying snakes. You don't see any of
Oh
those.
no.
That's our thing now. Flying snake. And you see the note on the ground. It doesn't look like there's any emblem or anything. It's just a basic, like envelope with a note, and it says, to Craig and Miki.
Oh, that's right. The Zentarum logo would be the same regardless of who it is, isn't it? The Doom Raiders one isn't very different, is it?
No, it's still the same.
Yep.
Yep.
She goes, oh, thank God, I thought it was the other Zentarum. I'm like, this is happening too quick. She says to herself out loud, and she'll walk in and grab the note and give it to whoever's closest. I'm assuming Craig is starting to do kitchen prep work, so she'll hand it to Miki to give to each other.
I forgot to
I
mute
thought we
myself,
were
but I
doing
meant the
kitchen
bar.
prep.
That's okay. No worries. No worries. Okay.
Well, here you go, Miki. It looks like you guys got a little note from your little faction as well, so isn't that wonderful?
Oh, what great timing.
Right?
All right,
I didn't
you-
open it, by the way.
Oh yeah. Do you open the note? Or
Oh,
do you-
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you look at it, and it reads the following: Dear Craig and Miki, I would like to know more about what happened in Grahun Villa. If you can spare the time, meet me at Oghairon's statue in the City of the Dead at high sun tomorrow. You'll be paid generously for your time and trouble. Istrid Horn.
Oh no, not Istrid. Oh, Istrid. Okay, cool. Gonna love breaking that news to Craig. Cool.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Oh. Isn't that the woman that Craig didn't really get along with?
Yep.
His own
You think-
faction.
Yeah, you think he'd
Drama.
get along with everybody, but this one particular person he can't stand.
Well, he did say she was something of a loan shark, so maybe it just seemed a little too shady for him, but, best to go tell him sooner than later, lest we have another hole in the wall.
Compared to all the things we've already done in the last 25 episodes. But anyway.
Yeah, right. Just saying.
We haven't crossed any lines at all. I'll go to the kitchen and tell Craig what the letter says, who's it from, being fully prepared to block chunks of meat away from my face from anger.
Not chunks of meat.
Yeah.
Greg, this is the last person you really want to hear now, knowing that your faction leader's gone and now Istrid is now coming back into a part of your life, and you kind of flash back of when she says, Craig, the further you try to get away from me, the closer I get to you. And you just cringe and winch as you hear that.
Money is money.
Dragon's dragon.
I really did not want to hear from this woman.
I know, but we should probably go talk to her, for Deville's sake. Yagra's sake.
That's true.
And that's for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning. Yep.
Cool, so we can just... Maybe, we can't have the tavern open today. Well, we'll prepare stuff. I don't know.
While you think about that, I want to get to Oz, because
Yep,
I know
go
that
ahead.
you travel to the City of the Dead in the morning, unless if the three of you wanted to do anything else in the meantime.
As long as someone's staying in the tavern, I would definitely like to go pay a visit to Schemo and then
Okay.
head back.
Sure.
But if everyone would be leaving, I would stay there to manage my little problem.
I think Crick and I are staying.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We'll go to Oz, then we'll go to you, Saimina.
Perfect.
With that. All right, Oz. So you're looking to go to the City of the Dead cemetery? Like
Yep.
bright and early in the morning?
Yes.
It is a nice
Um,
sunny day, too. It's kind of refreshing, in a sense, even though you kind of like gloomier weather.
Yeah.
It's nice and bright. Happy people on the streets. Have no idea
Lovely.
about all the murders that have happened recently.
Well, that's something at least.
Yeah.
Excuse
So
me.
how are you getting there?
I was it's gonna take a carriage because
Okay.
I think I still has some money.
Mhm.
Pretty sure, pretty confident.
Sure.
And wants to stop at a flower shop on the way and pick up some white some white mums. I can't say chrysanthemums. There we go. I said it. I won't be able to say it again.
You know that Fala does have some flowers for sale. That's actually in your neighborhood. If you want to visit them.
Sure.
Otherwise, if you want to, okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So before you get to, actually, let's bring up your neighborhood here. Trosco Alley. The debris is everything. The fire's still there. That makes
Oh
it like,
no!
oh,
Weeks later, that fire is so strong.
it's so strong. And we'll move Fala back to their place here. Sorry. So Corlan's crown. Everything is tip-top shape.
Dan, I think you have to move our little
Oh,
player
Yeah,
flag.
I'm still,
Thank you for the reminder. Yep.
You're
still in the
welcome.
manor.
There you go.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
Thank you so much.
There we
Thank you.
go.
Wonderful. All right.
The door's over here.
And then I think on this stream, we have to change the layout to that too, and then we'll be good
Yep.
to go. Awesome. So, Oz, as you arrive to Corlan's crown, it smells a lot like maybe like some sage, like sage, lavender type of thing. The last time you were in this room was more floral, but now there's more of a spiritual type of warding. With everything that's been going on, you wonder if Fala's taking any type of extra measures to kind of minimize any type of dangerous stuff that's going to happen to their shop.
That makes sense.
So you see Fala tending to a nice, you think probably like a little fruit tree of like some red exotic fruit you haven't seen too much before. And then you see them, they go, "Hi, Oz. Good morning. Good to see you. Oh, how are you?"
Good morning. I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. You know, I did some nice stretching this morning. Went on a nice little walk around the neighborhood. Really, just feeling one with the world. You know, that's really important because we sometimes get so caught up in our busy lives we don't really realize the actual ground we stand on. That's really important.
Right.
But what brings you here? This is such a pleasant surprise.
I was actually looking for some chrysanthemums.
Oh,
Some white ones. Do you by any chance have any here?
I do. I just see the burned down.
Just trying to make people aware of the situation. Okay, I'm
That's
sorry.
so great. I love it. Burned down. This is like a t-shirt. Okay, sorry. Fala looks at you a little puzzled. She's like, I'm sorry. They're like, oh, did someone pass away?
No.
Oh.
I just
Oh, okay.
I just like them.
Oh, okay. So I apologize because I know a lot, like usually those are flowers associated with funerals or death or something. Okay, well they're still very beautiful. Yeah, let me take a look. It's not a lot of people come here for chrysanthemums, but let me see. And they look around, kind of like go to their greenhouse. They actually escort you, gesture you to go upstairs, and they have a very lavish greenhouse. You see, like a sprinkler type of system. You wonder if it's like a magical type of arrangement. Like in regular intervals, there's some like little mini rain clouds that kind of pour down on certain plants, and they go, "Oh, here we go," and you see that they take a nice, looks like probably like a good 5 or 6 thick chrysanthemums. They kind of wrap it up, and gets like kind of like a nice. They actually ask you like, "Do you like blue, green, red, orange? What colors do you like?"
Black.
Okay.
Or green will work. Green's
Okay,
good.
green. Okay. And they take a green ribbon from their kind of matted, braided hair, and pull it out and wrap it together. And as they're wrapping it, they go, "Yeah, I don't usually carry black ribbons in my hair. That's usually not my aesthetic, but to each their own. Here you go, and free of charge. It's just a thank you
Oh,
for
you
the
don't have to do
nice.
that.
No, it's okay. How about this? Let's make this fun and interesting, okay? I'll give this to you, but then I get to talk to your friend I haven't met for 20 minutes.
I
It's the eye roll for me.
will do my best, but I
I know.
cannot make any promises.
That's why I'm just giving this to you for free, because I don't think it's going to happen.
That's
They kind of joke around.
You're probably right. Actually, do you happen? I have another slightly odd request.
No worries. I'm pretty open-minded in case you couldn't tell. It's fine.
I'm looking for a black calla lily.
I don't know if I carry those. Let me see. How many? Because I think maybe I have like 2.
Just one, to be
Oh,
honest.
okay. Let me go into my dark room. 1 second.
You have a
And
dark room?
for the plants that require less sunlight and more nocturnal, because I mean, a lot of flowers like the sun and rain, but then there's some that live in other planes of existence or other climates that just thrive better in the dark. Let me bring one out for you. And what was it, a black
Calla lily?
calla lily? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
They bring out one black calla lily, and it looks a little sad. It looks a little droopy, but it's still healthy. It's a weird aesthetic. It looks like it's magically preserved, and maybe well, I'm not to say didn't neglect it, but hasn't paid a lot of attention to it as much as the other flowers, because this is in high demand. And they kind of give this to you kind of a little awkwardly, saying, "Here you go.
Thank you.
I hope this is what you're looking for." Of course. And you have a very vibrant energy today. I don't know what's happening, but it seems like I don't know. Questions, answers, mysteries. Sounds like fun.
I got a lot of sleep last night.
Oh, that's fun. I like to sleep a good 10, 11 hours. Helps me with my calm demeanor because I can get stressed out very easily. I used to have panic attacks all the time. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why I'm single, I think. I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting a little deep.
I'm
but
sure
anyways,
that's not it.
oh, you're so sweet. That's fine. I don't know. I think maybe I'm just invested in my career too much either. Who knows? It's all about the right connection, and I'm trying not to rush things. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. What do I owe you for the lily?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
All right. I will do my best to tie down Simena so that you can talk with her.
Well, I mean, if they don't want to be forced to talk with me, that's fine. It was more of a joke, but I do want to get to know her a little bit. She seems very interesting to me.
She just doesn't want to talk to anybody, so it's not you. She's just.
I was that way too before. And they go, ah. It was very awkward at the end. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a pleasant and beautiful day. Oh, here. And she, they take out like this little perfume bottle and just spritz around you and said, "This is mahogany lilac. Good luck for you today."
Thank
with whatever
you.
you're doing, of course.
Now
Okay,
I'm wondering
bye.
what
Does it
mahogany
smell
lilac
good?
smells like.
Does it smell good?
It smells good. It's a weird. It's earthy and floral.
Probably not the best combination, if I'm being honest. But
You wonder,
it's gonna turn heads.
You wonder if they're experimenting a little bit with a couple scents and just trying to be polite. Let the winds guide you. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oz starts walking faster.
And they
Uh-huh.
close the door gently, and they go back into their their shop. Okay, so you have your flowers.
hmm
Smell a little bit florally, and you're gonna get a carriage.
Yeah.
Okay. Not too hard to come by. You see carriage come on by. You see a young, looks like a young tabaxi. Tabaxi, all white. White tabaxi, blue eyes, with a pink nose, and white whiskers coming out, with a little light, looks like a green like Robin Hood cap. Unique combination.
Is their name
Nice.
Snowflake?
You haven't asked. I know. And they come to you and say, "So you need a ride?"
I do, yes. To the
Alright.
City of the Dead?
They look down at your flowers and they nod, and then they smile. "All right, hop in. It'll be a nice
Thank
smooth
you.
ride for you." "Of course, my pleasure." And a nice gentle ride to the City of the Dead. It costs 2 dragon, but it was a very nice, pleasant experience for you.
Awesome.
You get to the City of the Dead. There are people walking around, paying homage to, loved ones. It's also a beautiful park. I knew went there in like nighttime, but it's a very nice green grass, beautiful blue sky. You do see also um, beautiful monuments and statues as well, and you see old, young, like different people, couples. It's a very central, like located hub for a lot of people, whether they just want to enjoy the day or have to pay respects.
Hmm.
You also do see someone outside of the Raven Queen Temple. It is Nanette. You're familiar
Cool.
with.
Um, Oz is gonna go walk up to her. And just kind of, good morning.
I said, "It's good
And
to see you. Hello, come here." Oh. And she actually is really happy to see you. Like she gives you a big hug. "Tell me, how's your morning going so far? How are things?"
great so far. And Oz is gonna pull out the calla lily and give it to Nanette.
How did you know? This is a beautiful flower. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Wow. No one really gives me flowers before. Thank you. What do I owe the pleasure?
I just thought it was time to come and visit.
Oh. And she's kind of taken off aback, with this. You can tell that she normally doesn't get flowers, and there's not a lot of people that just visit her. So she definitely was kind of surprised. Can you roll an insight check on me, please? Or on Nanette?
I will roll an insight check on you, Dan. Yes.
Thank you, please.
He has a natural 30 save.
No,
DC.
only when I play poker.
Oh no.
15.
15. Okay. She's very caught off guard. Very vulnerable. Very appreciate. Like she appreciates the sentiment, and especially with her respect for you, with your status, she feels also wanted, and is very happy with that. But she
Good.
tries to hide it. Well, want to come into the temple? We can chat out here. So Sir Ambrose doesn't tries to bother us if you want. And you look
Please.
at Sir Ambrose, who again, this big hulking knight, looks at this kid and goes, "Hey, Peter, no running. Okay, keeping my eye on you, Peter. Okay. All right." And looks at you, nods.
Oz nods back.
And you just see Sir Ambrose just scrolling around here. And that goes,
And then
"Oh,
yeah.
So, yes, how was the rest of the grand opening? Telling me about your adventures, what's happening with you and your friends?"
Well, the rest of the night went pretty good.
Very good, very
Um,
good. Yes. Let me bring up Nanette just for the viewers. While
yeah.
we talk, so we'll do that.
I'm trying to think what's happened since the
It,
opening.
well,
Just rub it
mostly
in. Tell her that you and Zymini became best friends. She'd be so mad.
No.
no.
um.
There you go. That's Nanette for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please tell me what has been going on, what has transpired. I really would like to know. I'm very interested and intrigued.
Well. Um.
As you think of an answer, you see another figure come from behind one of the side rooms. Hi, eyes.
Oh, click. Hey.
It's so good to see you again. It's been so long.
It's good to see you too, buddy. Hey, I have a question for you while I think of an answer for Nanette. Um,
Sure. Tell me your question.
oh my goodness, that picture. I was
Yes.
just gonna pull out the bag that they got from Vajra, Blackstaff.
Okay.
Because Oz still does not know what that bag is.
Sure.
There's like
Oh,
some
yeah.
powder in it,
hmm
and do you do you know what this is by any chance?
Let me see. So interesting. Hmm. I'm not quite sure. And then, like you see, he kind of like looks into it a little bit more, and is just, it's doesn't seem religious in any way. You probably will need to find someone who can identify it or something of that nature. But I don't know. Looks very important dust. Usually the dust I deal with is from the crematorium with all the bodies are mashed together in the furnace. That's more
Noted.
what
It's
I'm
not
familiar
a
with.
dead body. All right, that's good to know.
Nanette also kind of takes a look. That one. She's like, she's
You
like,
were never gonna find out what
no.
this is.
She's just like,
He
I have,
sneezes and it just.
that is very exotic for me, as I've never seen anything like that before. I
That's
apologize.
crazy.
Oh, that's all right. I just figured I'd check with y'all.
That is okay? No. Clicker says, so, why are you visiting? Are you just coming to say hi? Y- Did you give Nanette that flower? It's
Uh,
so beautiful. Should I leave you two alone?
yes,
I'm trying
thank
to.
you.
Oh, okay. And he like walks away back to the side room.
I click.
Bye. And then you just kind of look at him and wait for him to be done, and she goes, "Okay, sorry about that." Anyways, you were saying.
Um, yeah, this feels like not a lot's happened, but a lot has happened at the same time.
Okay, that is very cryptic, but I can understand that. I guess the most
Yes.
important, well, I guess everyone has their own adventures and secrets. I mean, as for me, I've been mostly just watching, patrolling the temple. Nothing crazy is happening, but I think there's been more city watch on our eyes. I don't know if
Mm,
it's from you or with Jacob's situation. I don't know, but I'm just keeping appearances up and making sure that we are safe and that everyone is good.
good.
Rowan also helps too. He performs in taverns and keeping up a nice, how they say, appearance
Hmm.
and positive outlook of what we do.
That's good. Good.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um,
Yes. Are you getting how to say the cat catches the tongue when you're talking to me? Is that what I'm
Say.
getting?
Hmm.
I'm not really good on
maybe.
the I'm not really good on the the phrases and sayings. I try to avoid that because I find that very childish.
Well, you nailed that one. That was good. Um,
Has
I'm
she
just
spoken to you more?
a little bit, yeah.
What does she say? You can see like she's really interested in like full on what the Raven Queen's been telling you and intel, and her eyes just get wide as she just wants to know more information, as if like she's kind of like worshiping you in a sense, just because she's all about this lifestyle and religion and just really wants nothing just but get more information. And you see she has genuine excitement. Just, I'm just very curious, that's all. If you don't want to tell me if it's a secret thing, that's fine. I just want to know.
Well, I was in a situation where I was kind of getting the crap beat out of me, to be honest, and
Oh,
it's all right.
you need to let me know next time, because that way I'll kill them and not let them hurt you anymore.
I appreciate that, but we
Sorry,
can't.
that came out very direct. I don't want you to get hurt. You gotta be
I
careful with this city.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um,
Now, who hurt you?
don't worry about it right now.
Oh, okay.
They honestly, they're probably dead at this point, to be honest.
Good job.
But the Raven Queen helped me, and that's kind of just what she said was help.
Wonders. She really works wonders.
But I'm kind of getting nervous about looking like Jacob for too long.
Yes.
So I'm
Do you
trying
need me to find someone for you? I can just tell me what you want and I'll get them for you. Do you want to be tall? Do you want to be short? What race do you want to look like? I will find them so that you can disguise.
That's amazing. You have your own bounty hunter.
I want to do everything I can to help you and help the Raven Queen. I'm very happy Jacob, well, not very happy with Jacob, but happy he was able to sacrifice himself for the greater good of our cause, and has helped you out tremendously instead of looking like a intellect devourer. That is not a very
that
pleasant
was
sight.
rough.
What do you want? Do you want old? Do you want young? How do you want to blend in with society? Is there someone you want that's trying to hurt you and you want me to hurt them so that you look like them? I'll do whatever you want. And she's serious. She like is like if this is how I can help you out. She is really like. She has a mission. She has a mind. And she's like, I can have click watch as I go and find them.
All right. Let me think this over for a bit, and I will let you know.
All right.
But thank you.
Of course, it is my pleasure. And she smiles as she kind of like makes light of the situation now after a very dark and heavy conversation. Did you want to swim in the blood, or how what
actually, yeah.
Okay,
that would be nice.
We'll go
So matter of factly.
That would be nice. Oh yes.
Oh yes,
Just
swim in the
around in
blood.
blood.
Ooh.
So you go down the spiral staircase past the bedroom.
Yeah.
And you go down to the center chamber. You do see Click in there. You also see Rowan. You also see Ayanti that's there, also known as Vesper Nightfall. Black and purple are their main colors. They see like they have a black exterior with a purple like body interior, and they say, "It's so good to see you again, Freya. We
You
haven't
as well.
spoken too much."
We haven't. I'm hoping that will change a little bit.
I'm here if you ever want to have a chat. I'll let you be.
Their name is Vesper.
Vesper Nightfall.
Nightfall.
Vesper, Nightfalls, just like night and fall. Yeah, all one word together.
Awesome.
And you see Vesper kind of carries like some books with them. along with a quill. So you wonder if they work on any, like, if they're a writer or work on scripture or anything or something with history.
Hmm.
That's what you
Okay.
kind of observe with that.
Cool.
And then you move a very familiar space. You see the traditional pool of the very thick crimson, irony smell of blood. That's right there for you.
Okay. Is there like a shrine or anything else down there?
There is in the
Or
center of the chamber,
okay.
like in the circle, right, like before you pass it, there
Yeah.
is a shrine of kind of like 6 feet. It's pretty small. It's more human-like, but it's more of a centerpiece of the Raven Queen extending out her hands while her raven wings and feathers just kind of flow. And actually, the feathers kind of levitate and move
Oh,
around too.
nice.
Hmm.
I
Make it look like a
will
3D effect.
go and put the bouquet of mums down by it.
Okay.
And
Do
then
that.
just go walk towards the pool of blood, I guess.
Take a dip.
And yeah, essentially, like they're just gonna step in,
Very
just
familiar. And this is very different from, I guess, mentality wise. Like, this is very different because you were very apprehensive going in, which obviously anyone would be. But you have a lot more confidence now, more of a know-how, and like, okay, I just got to swim in the pool of blood now. That's how
right.
things work. Yep. So very similar, cold, thick, viscous feeling as you just feel just like from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head, just getting fully immersed in the blood, and you're swimming and swimming, swimming and looking around. You see the familiar Sturge floating around again. You see it into like the Valor kind of chasing it as well. And you see what looks like to be Azana in a rocking chair with some yarn.
Hey, Azana.
And she turns around. It's so good to see you again, honey. How are you? How are things?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm at peace. So
Good.
peaceful here.
Good.
Ah, but I did not expect this pleasure. This is so great. And you then hear another voice.
Here we go.
Oh, hi again, fuckface. As another head pops up next to you. Wow, devils? Really? Nobles dying? Wow, this is interesting. You really are in a mess, aren't you?
You being a complete asshole does not make me inclined to believe anything you say or to want to try and atone for what I did.
I mean, why do you think I am being an asshole? Because you killed me for no reason. Hello! That's
Yes.
why.
We've
Yeah.
been over that.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
thank you. Which is why I've
And
come
you still
back.
haven't said sorry, so fantastic. No, that's fine. Yeah. Do you
It's
want to
hard
have a
to
little
say
time?
sorry when you're being a complete ass about it.
Okay, I'll be.
Kinda makes me put my defenses up immediately.
I apologize. Oz, it is so great to see you again. How are things?
Don't be an ass. Come on. I just want you to be real with me
win
and not.
against you. I guess
Well,
the
you
only.
see, you attacked me the first time and wouldn't let me get anything in edgewise, so I wanted you to see how it feels.
I attacked you first.
In this pool of blood, yes.
Oh yeah, you also want to know like how this pool of blood was made? It's the blood of people, and mine was definitely part of it too. So
I don't doubt
you're welcome for that. Yeah. Did you want to chat with me or chat with Azana or chat with the fucking bird like what is it, brain dog? Do you want to chat with them too? Like what brings you here?
I wanted to talk with you to try and get to the truth of the matter.
All right, see you later, Grandma. We're having a conversation. All right, lay it on me. What do you want to know? Tell me.
What is it that you think that I need to know? Because you're right, I did not ask any questions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one thing, I think you were just going this way in over your head. I think you may have a more of an understanding, but you are trusting people way too quickly. Do you see how quick Nanette was just wanting to kill someone right out of the blue? Come on. Yeah, she's not devoted to you. She's devoted to the Raven Queen. You're just in her way. What else do you want me to tell you?
Why did she tell me that you were part of the City Watch?
Because she hates me.
Why?
I mean, I know you talked to Click before one-on-one, and he kind of filled you in a little bit. He really doesn't know a lot between Nanette and I, because we try to keep it a little bit of a secret. Healthy competition. Nanette wanted to be on top. So she wanted to take out the person that was in her way, and that was me.
Insight
I
check.
kept the City Watch at bay. I pretended to be friends with them just so they wouldn't investigate this place further. That's what I did. And in case you didn't know, I'm pretty fucking direct. City Watch kind of like that. So, I said, hey, we're good over here. It's just, you know, it's a religion, cemetery. We're keeping it at bay. Peace, it's fine. We don't have a lot of visitors coming. Which, of course, I lied to them. But, here we are. And then, you killed me. Now we don't get as much protection, as you can fucking see with Sir Ambrose Everfuck over there, yelling at children. Stupid.
Who was
I mean,
your contact at the City Watch?
You want to take a guess? Or you want me? Okay, it was Saith Cromley. He was my contact.
I don't know why for a second I thought I was going to say Jalister.
I thought it was
Me
Jalister too.
I was
That was
like, wait,
gonna be my
wait,
guess. I
he
want
never
to
gave
do
him
an
his
insight check,
boyfriend.
Dan.
So I was like,
Go inside. Yep.
what a twist.
That was a 3. God damn it.
You guys, ghosts are hard to read.
It's hard to read.
He seems pretty. Yeah, he seems pretty direct. He's like, yeah, he's a sergeant. He's one of the head sergeants there, and he likes
Do
to
we
write
know-
that down.
Do we know Saith Cromley? I feel like I've heard the name, and my
That is,
friend
The investigators, right?
The
Yeah,
investigators.
Artemis Blastwind was like the mage, and then Saith was writing down his notepad.
Yeah.
He was the observer. The other one was
Yep.
the
The
muncher.
quiet one.
Mhm.
The other one was the big fat guy that ate
The
the
foodie.
sweets. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a carrot for balance.
Yes. So, yeah, he says, yeah. So I chatted with him, and we were fine. Oh, you want me to tell you something a little bit more? You haven't even asked about my family, right?
I was about to, actually.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Well, you know, you wouldn't have believed me back then because you just think I'm just, spewing shit. But I have a dad that I'm trying to take care of too. He's actually sick. Yeah, great stuff.
Oh no!
Yeah. Only child, sick dad. Mother works kind of hard, but the reason I joined the Raven Queen thing was first to try to confront my dad about death. Because, like, hey, people die, but if I can learn more about it and give him more comfort with it, then he'll be fine. Because I know I can't save him. But I don't even know what my dad's like right now. I don't know where he is. Well, I mean, like, I know where he lives, but I don't know. So, yeah. Thanks for that.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Aww.
So,
Shut up, Kimarie.
what else do you want to know?
I would like to know your parents' names and where they live.
Sure. Genevieve and Fred. Linwood. They live in the trades ward. We were actually cobblestones. Well, cobblestoning people. We help with cobblers. Whatever yeah, whatever.
Cobblestoning.
We had cobblestones outside of our house, and I wasn't in the business to wrong.
Ghosts are apparently not only hard to read, but they are hard to talk.
We were cobblers. We made shoes. Yeah. All different shapes and sizes for all different races. But we kind of were lacking in business because my dad got sick. So we were kind of tending more to him. Yeah.
Mm.
hmm There you
Right.
go. Are you enjoying this conversation? Is it nice getting to know me at first?
Getting there.
Cool. What more do you want to know? I kind of want to know a little bit more about you, but I mean, I kind of see everything that you and your friends do, so it's actually pretty hilarious. Um, yeah, that guy in your cellar, right? Xanathar?
What about him?
You're so in trouble. You're so in trouble.
Indeed, I
Oh,
see the shit you do. Oh no.
you are so screwed. His minions are coming. Hands down, they're coming for you. You better watch. You better watch your back tonight, or like, what is it? 3 days? He said 3 days, right? Yeah. If I were you, I would try to watch your guard or whatever, or get protection, whatever you need to do. Oh, also the children, right? That was crazy. I had laughed when Mickey was yelling at those kids. So funny.
All right, Oz is leaving now.
Okay. So you're leaving the pool?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Oh, you're walking out? You're walking out? Okay, we'll talk later. All right. I'll just go back into your body now. And before you get to the top, um, Jacob goes back, and so you don't hear anything.
Mhm.
And do you go all the way out?
Yeah.
Because Zana waves goodbye. Is she?
Oz waves. But that's the only thing.
You know.
And then you get out, wrenched, covered in blood, and then to your right you see click, sparkle, sparkle, clean.
Thank you,
Did
Click.
press it? You're so. Did you have fun in the blood?
Not particularly, no.
Oh, well, there's always next time.
You are right.
Okay. Did you want to
Um,
hear how I got my name?
Sure.
When I was young, I liked hearing the sounds of bones cracking.
Oh.
It started with knuckles, and then wrists, and then sometimes, especially with older people, like when they stand up, I just like the clicking sounds of the joints.
Interesting.
hmm
That definitely fits.
It does. Yes. Well, I'm sure I'm busy today, but it's been an absolute pleasure to see you, Oz.
You too, Click.
You have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
And he just kind of floats away into a side room. Nanette meets you at the top of the stairs. Hello again, Oz. I hope you had a good time in the blood.
It wasn't quite what I expected, but
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you're more than welcome to visit anytime. I just again, if you ever think about anything you want to ask me or anyone that you want to change into, let me know, and I will find
thank
them
you.
for you. You're welcome. Of course. As she opens the door and gestures you out, and stands outside the temple door, Temple City. I assume you're making your way back to the tavern, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Carriage.
Um. Sure.
Another two dragon.
Yeah.
The rest of you, the three of you, while Oz was gone, did you guys want to do anything on your end?
Well, I was gonna go visit Schemo.
Emo. Okay. Sure thing. So let us bring up the tavern map here. Weird Bottles Concoctions is the place that Schemo is in. And
Was it
that
in the
is-
trades ward?
Yep.
No?
Just it's right by the City of the Dead. So it's the north part of Trades Ward.
Okay, yeah, that's still a little too far to walk though, so I would probably
Mhm.
just get a But no, I'll definitely say something to Craig and Miki, just saying, Well, I thought it would be a good idea to maybe go invest in some potions from your friend Schemo. So I'll take care of our prisoner when I come back. But unless you guys wanted to come with or wait till Oz to come back, I shouldn't be too long.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I mean, I could make potions someday, maybe, but I understand why you have to go somewhere else.
Now, Miki, unless you can make something that can drop a horse dead within seconds, I'm not interested.
I can give a bonus to your AC.
Potion, yeah. Potion of
Well,
resilience.
I don't want to make it harder to kill somebody, but I mean, that's still very helpful.
Thanks, Amina. Go
She
be
didn't
on
say
your
that
way.
condescendingly. She just didn't know how to take it because she was like,
condescending.
she literally was like, I need something that's gonna kill somebody. You're like, I can give you better armor class. Like, okay. Out of game, very cool. In game, great.
Super helpful. Thanks, Miki. Yeah,
Well,
be on your way.
considering it's okay, I've seen the amount of acid and damage you can do, so I'm sure someday. And granted, we don't know about Strayo. Like, we don't. I always forget. Did you tell us about your vision with Strayola?
I don't think you have yet, right?
Yeah, I don't think you did, but I'm asking you just because I can't remember if you did or if that was a
Not
separate
this
one.
most recent one. I
Okay.
did talk. I know I have talked about. I'm so sorry, excuse me. I have
Okay.
talked about Strayola, and I did talk about the first couple visions I had with like the burning and the
Okay.
stuff. So
Just not the plague stuff yet. So
not yet, not
okay.
not the vision that I had when I was dying.
Okay, just want to make sure that I'm not like metagaming that by accident. So my response to you is just saying, "Oh, I've seen the amount of acid that you've been able to throw out, and I'm sure at some point you'll be able to create something more powerful than what Schemo can offer. So trust, you probably will not compare to him much longer."
You're darn right.
Well, for our betterment, you better be. And then she'll turn and wave and start heading out.
By the way, I'll still have Stella and Bruno, and then I'm gonna pick McGuire.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
That's my
Remember
third
what
one.
McGuire looks like again?
Oh god damn. Yeah, keep
You can
going.
look for it, yeah.
I'm gonna look
I'll
for
come
it.
back
I
to
don't
it.
want to have like a lemon hat or something.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure he has orange overalls, but I'm gonna go find it. Oh,
Yeah.
I might have it somewhere else actually. So,
Okay.
yeah, keep going.
Okay,
I'll tell
alright.
you.
Sounds good. So, Zymina,
Well,
so we're gonna go.
Yeah, unless Craig had anything he wanted to say
Yeah.
in that conversation.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, Schemo is part of yours and Tarum, so just making sure. Okay.
I'm good.
All right, sounds good.
I'll
Alright,
start
so-
shading my way on over.
You do. Beautiful sunny day. Kind of hate it. It's kind of. I mean, like, luckily with your eyes, you can deal with the sunlight, but even like to your skin, it's just. Why does it have to be so bright?
Do I have a parasol or something to be extra?
Not
Just
yet. You
cloak?
can definitely buy one if you want to.
That'd be so extra. I might. But for now, I'll just kind of like
Sure.
cover my cloak over my head and body as much as possible, just because it is bothersome for sure. Dare
Okay.
it be so nice out.
I know, like, why must there be sunny days? So you just walk out and you see a lot of people walking around. A lot of people are happy. Just scoff at them a little bit. You're just like, what type of transportation should I get? How would you like to do it?
Definitely just staying away from Uber, just with the recent predicaments. So
Sure.
we'll take just a normal carriage.
Sure.
Cheapest is fine. It doesn't matter.
Okay. So with the distance, everything, it's a dragon and 5 shard.
Right. I can
Yep.
swing that.
Yep. And you arrive at Weird Bottles Concoctions. You get a nice clear view of it. It looks like a very rankety-dankety shop. like it's rankety-dankety. It's not
Okay.
very lavish, but it's definitely some Stop it, Kimarie. It's not
No,
lavish,
never.
but it definitely
Uh-huh.
has, its uses. And then let me bring up Schemo here for the players again. I mean, players and also our viewers, just so you guys can see again what kind of like they look like.
Emo.
If you're able to zoom in.
I just love that name.
Emo, yep. You do see a couple people he's helping him right now at the moment. You see, looks like a very like tall, like half orc guy, like with like white shirt, brown suspenders, pit stained, smells bo, and you
Oh,
see what
no.
looks like a little goblin next to him as well, and they're kind of like together, and you kind of like just browse around, kind of look at everything, maybe even like run your finger through like some of it and look around while he's finishing up his sale. For your information, he are you interested in what he's selling?
Yeah, but mostly in the stuff he had mentioned the last time we had came in the back, like the poisons, and
poisons?
stuff like that.
Yep.
The more specialty potions, I guess.
Sure.
I can't afford the other ones; those are too
Sure.
much. Maybe.
Sure. So the two the half orc and the the orc and the goblin leave, and Schemo's there and looks at you. Oh, you're the one with. Hi.
Yes.
Hi.
How's it going today?
Business is good. Things could be better. How are you doing, lovely?
Well, actually, just fantastic. I can't wait to get a little look at the supplies that you keep in the back. More specifically, the ones that, just kind of have an effect on people.
Those I don't have. And if I were to have them, they're usually for really good friends of mine, if you know what I mean.
Of course. Well, I mean, I can always bring him back here for you, but I mean, I did hear that a certain someone is kind of out of action for you guys in the moment, so I don't think I really have anyone else I could bring.
Roll a persuasion check.
It's orange overalls, by the way.
You were right. Look at you remembering.
We finally found it.
Nice. Ooh, I rolled a 16.
He looks at you and says, "Well, I could bring them out, but they're not cheap."
Well, what's the harm in
Swing.
at least looking? You never know. I might be able to swing a little bit more, or at least owe a favor here and there.
Okay. And you see him looking around. You stay there. Don't touch anything.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. And this Midnight Tears. Purple Worm. That's one of my favorites. And he brings out this rack full of what looks like to be 10 or so different poisons. You're looking for like the cheapest or what?
Look for the most effective, and
Yeah.
the least amount used to have full effectiveness, I should say.
Well, there's some you can ingest, you inhale, you get in contact with, so you don't have to drink it. Let's see here. Well, this is one of my favorites. It's called Midnight Tears. Yeah. It's purple. It's a good color. So they don't suffer any effects until midnight, and if if it affects them, they get really poisoned overnight. Out of game, just letting you.
Yeah.
I guess he'll explain to you. Basically, they have to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, or they take 96 poison damage on a failed save, or have to
Whoa.
on that.
Yeah.
That one costs 1,500 gold.
Yeah, no, I mean, even if it was like 10
Yep.
gold, she just kind of like leans on the counter and goes, No, I think I would want something that is effective enough to disable them, but kind of allow me to help them get the rest they need.
Okay. Let me see. So much to choose from, and you see him. He's like racking through. He's a little creepy. He said, "Well, like incapacitation, like that.
Just
There's
enough. I guess that'd be kind of close, but just tell me what options you
how
have, and
beefy
I'll
are they? Who are you trying to kill?
not that. I would say,
Monster?
nature.
Human.
No, definitely a human.
Hmm.
About an
Oh.
average human size.
But you don't want to kill them. You just want to really teach them a lesson.
Yes.
Okay. I think Assassin's Blood would be good for you. Assassin's Blood, a creature subjected to this poison must make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, so it is really low. On a failed save, though, they take 1d12 poison damage and is poisoned for 24 hours. On a successful save, they take half.
Okay.
Assassin's Blood is 150 gold pieces. And going through the price tags, that's the cheapest one.
Yeah, gotcha.
There is another one, poison, so to speak, that does pique your interest a little bit. Then it is a truth serum, and they have to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw or become poisoned for an hour, and they can't knowingly speak a lie. It's if they're under the zone of truth spell.
It's interesting. I mean, but how much is that going to
That's
cost?
the same price, 150
Is
gold.
it?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yep.
Hmm.
So,
Well, honestly, I am a little ashamed to admit that I don't quite meet your standards of budget for these, but I think I have had a change of heart in with the poison type, so maybe the truth serum would be the best option, but
okay.
while I can't afford the 150 gold up front, I would be more willing to pay off any of the remaining gold and free drinks at the tavern. If you're interested, of course. Otherwise, I'm sure your faction could use assistance from
I
time
think
to
the
time.
bird was trying to do that too. But we
Oh, I
should
really
really
wasn't
get free
paying
drinks
attention
at the
with that.
tavern.
Out of game, I don't remember. Did he successfully swing that? I don't remember that conversation. I think I stayed
He just says he
outside.
mentioned it. He just said he mentioned
Hmm.
it. Well, roll another persuasion check.
I wasn't there for that conversation.
See if you can knock down the price for you.
13?
You just met it.
Wow. I mean, I don't know my bonuses,
He's pretty stickler when it comes to non-Zentarum members,
Mhm.
but
Fair.
but since you associate yourself with Miki and Craig, and you have rolled high, like decently high persuasions, he is offering. He goes 100 gold, 30% off, or 33% off.
Well, I think that is absolutely fair price. And she'll reach into her pouch and give him the 100 gold.
And he like snatches it from you. Good. Here you go.
I'll just ignore the
And it's
snatching
like
part.
it's a like a radiant color. It's very light yellow.
This is a halfling, right? Or he's a
No.
human?
No.
I know I looked at the picture, but I forgot like what his race actually was.
Let me see. Gnome. He's a gnome.
Gnome. Okay, that's what
Yep.
it was. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put these back in case more people come.
Oh, absolutely. And
Put them
you
back.
keep an eye out. The City Watch is definitely strolling along
Yeah,
way
they
more
are.
than they had before. So
Okay.
thank you so much for your business.
You're welcome. I'll see you
She'll
later.
she'll put it in her
Yeah.
pouch and then walk out and head back to the tavern, taking a carriage, of course.
Sure. When you leave, you see another individual walk in and kind of give you a
You cut out. What did you say?
Oh, sorry. You see a half orc who's like brushing up against you with white tusks coming out with kind of long brownish dark hair slicked all the way back down to his like shoulder blades, adorning like a cloak with like a heavy It's like an oversized longbow. And he comes
Mm.
with hunter boots. And he looks at you and walks to Schemo to talk.
I would say she just doesn't flinch. She just like kind of like continues to stare at him as he makes the noise, and she just smiles and just like, oh well, excuse me, and then continues to go. I'm interested, but I don't want to stay around for this.
Sure. Okay.
Mhm.
And then you head back to the tavern.
Yes, I would head back to the tavern.
And then same way. Just
Yes.
oh, okay, so dragon 5-star for you.
Yep. Make it simp.
Yep, Miki and Craig, anything you wanted to do inside of the tavern while Oz and Zamina were out and about?
I'm gonna go downstairs and check on our guest.
Sure. I assumed you probably gave him food and stuff already.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. You go down there and you see your guest. He is awake. Again, his name is Ot Steel Toes. And let me bring his picture up again for our viewers. A lot of handouts today.
Mm-hmm.
So, he looks down, looks at you, and he twitches. What do you want from me?
A mutual acquaintance of ours asked us to babysit you.
I don't need no babysitting. I don't need any supervision.
Well,
He's gonna get you.
uh,
He's gonna get you.
if you're referring to Xanathar, I'm pretty sure he doesn't know that you're here. Our mutual friend seems to think otherwise, that you need babysitting.
He's really smart. He knows.
Xanathar or our mutual friend?
He like looks at you and is like pretty pissed off. And you just see like his shackles are there, and he's just like look at you on the corner. Xanathar. He can destroy you with one ray.
Well, you let us worry about that. Is there anything you need while you're down here? I have no choice but to keep you down here, so...
A lockpick would be nice.
Nice try.
Okay.
Anything to drink? Better food?
Yes, to both. Also a good book.
I'll see
I
what I
like
can
to-
do.
Alright.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I can't guarantee as to what our mutual friend's gonna do, but I'm not gonna do anything. So.
How did you become mutual friends?
Another mutual friend, or not mutual with you, but a mutual friend with this mutual friend.
He like lost interest in conversation like midway as he's fixing his hat. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Another friend is friends with our mutual friend.
Oh. Networking.
Yes. Not working. Whatever
Talkie
that is.
talkie. Leads to stabby stabby. Are you look angry.
I'm not angry.
Are you sure? You look angry.
If I were angry, you would know.
Okay. Be careful when Xanathar comes to you and your friends.
Well, Xanathar is probably gonna have to worry about me.
You have no idea, do you? You don't know what he's capable of.
Well, we'll let that be a surprise. Unless you want to tell
Okay.
me.
Sure.
What can your friend Xanathar do that's so scary?
Disintegration ray.
Hmm.
Look at you and you turn to ash. Poof.
There isn't-
Right.
There isn't any counter to this disintegration ray, would there be? I'm actually like trying to get like subtly trying to get secrets out of him.
Roll persuasion.
By the way, 5 out of 5 service for this man.
I rolled an 18.
18. Okay.
Oh.
Let me hold on. I have to check one thing. Just one thing. The only thing you can do to counter that is to be really quick. And even then, you'll still feel the effects. What you're getting is you have to make a dex save, and then you have to...
Okay.
There's really no counter to it. It looks like it's an ability, and that he's that powerful.
Okay. Well, thanks for the advice.
Yes.
I'll see what I can do about the book and the food and drink.
All right. I'll be here.
I'm trying to overcharge our mutual friend for your accommodations, so...
Okay. I'll be here. I'll wait. They're gonna come.
Okay.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Okay.
It's like such a mom. Like, do you need a snack? Do you need a drink? Do you need a
Did
bag?
you rolls? Yeah. It's a pretty interesting character he is. All right. Mickey, did you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna, after I clean up the bar, and because I guess we're not gonna open, so there's no point of like pre-mixing anything or cutting fruits or whatever. So he's gonna go back up to his room, and I'm gonna put my mask on, and I'm gonna try to communicate or at least pray to Baal, and I'll do that, and I'll roleplay it out.
Okay. How would you like to pray?
Yep.
By the way, I just wanted to know what Dennis's mic is picking you up to, just before you go.
Oh.
Sorry.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
He needed to mute.
It happened. No worries.
It's okay.
Yep.
I just want to be like, hey, Baal. Dearest Baal, Lord of my life. Yeah, so I lost 2 rats, and I miss them a lot, and I was just wondering what, life for a life means, and if I'm, like, gonna get them back, and just kind of struggling with that, so, answer me back sometime. Thanks.
Can you
the Father, Son, and Holy... I'm just kidding.
Can you roll a D100 or percentile dice for me, please?
Oh, I don't have a D100.
I think maybe on roll 20 you can do it.
Oh, cool!
Yeah, I would like to see that. Too bad. It'd be fun for you, though. Oh!
90.
Okay. So it was not 90 to 100. I was gonna do this for you. Okay.
Oh my god.
Just made it!
So
Yes. Pop off.
you, as you say, in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, you hear, Mickey.
Hey!
Life for a life. And you see, like in your mask, a vision. A vision of a very familiar person that you know. Very handsome. You see
Wait,
him.
did you just say something?
Oh yeah, it's Floon. You hear?
Oh, Floon.
See Floon.
Oh no! Not Floon!
and you see, like, it's kind of like future thing. You're holding hands with them, taking him back to the tavern, and leading him up to the attic, where he's like, you black out for a second, and he frozen. He is on this like pentagram floor chamber thing with your rats surrounding him, and it gets eaten alive by the rats, and withers in pain and misery, and cries out for help, and looks at you. And then you see both of your rats come back, Percy and Slurpee. Life for a life.
Yes, excuse me, Lord Ball, sir, daddy, sir. Does it have to be Floon, or can it be anybody?
No response.
Okay. Can I get a head nod? Can I get something? Does it have to be Floon?
You
My
think
fake
after
my
when
fake
you called
boyfriend?
him daddy, he doesn't want to respond back to you.
Oh my god, yes. That 90 went to a 0.
Went to
Damn.
negative 38. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Negative 69.
Okay.
It depends how you're praying and everything to him, and
Mm-hmm.
that was
Just
And he
It
said
was,
that
it was
nice.
an accident. Ball, you know that. You know my mouth. You know what my mouth does. You know that it wanders away from you, and it's sharper than a two-edged sword, and
Oh my god.
bringing all my religious trauma into this. Now,
All of Miki's
Anyway.
companions are having the same time eye roll. Just
no, it
The
doesn't.
We can
Keith and
feel-
McGuire are like squeak.
yeah, we can hear the cringe. We can feel it.
Um, Thank you for your explanation, your lordness, and if there's anything I can do, let me know.
Still nothing.
Still nothing. Okay, this
Yep.
this was great. Bye.
All right. As the day progresses, Oz returns back, as well as Zymina. It's probably around maybe like early afternoon, midday, as you arrive back at the tavern.
Before Oz returns to the tavern,
Oh, yes.
they want to stop at Rashal's to
Sure.
ask Rashal about that bag of dust.
Sure. So you visit Rashal the Page Turner. Let's bring him back up here. Right here at Bookworm's Treasure. Pretty busy. Good amount of people. You wonder if it's because of the grand opening or stuff, but there's been more foot traffic in your neighborhood, which is pretty nice, along with a few more guards for obvious reasons because of the crimes and everything. But you see Rashal helping maybe some apprentice wizards, some young men just like in like schooling robes, par force gray. You're familiar with that when you went to Blackstaff Tower. It looks like they're probably picking up on studies. And then they leave. They look very happy. Rashal looks at you. Oh, Oz, it's so good to see you again. How are you?
I'm doing
Can
well.
I have a
How
lot
are
of
you?
It's been so long. Oh, come here. Oh,
Sure.
sorry. Yes. It's been good. Really good business. It's been very,
Good.
very surprising. Yes. But it's been a good surprise. What do I owe this pleasure? What brings you here? Were you looking for something?
I actually have this bag of dust, and
Oh.
I was wondering if you could help me figure out what it is.
I can definitely take a look. Let's see here. And he has he kind of like he kind of clears up like one of the like tables of like the library reading room. He's like, we can spray it on here. Actually, it's just in the sack. Let's take a look. And he gets like face down and like really looks at it. He's like, don't worry, I'm not going to huff it. Yes. Let's see here. And you see
Good.
like
A dangerous venture since we don't know what it is yet.
He was like about to cast that spell. He's like, oh, this is okay. Yes. All right. Yeah, I'm bringing it up for you right now.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. It is a. It's called a Dust of Dryness, and it is a magical item. So what that is you take a small packet. It's a small packet, but it contains 1d6 plus 4 pinches of dust, and you can use your action to sprinkle a pinch of it over water. The dust turns a cube of water 15 feet on a side into one marble-sized pellet, which floats or rests near where the dust was sprinkled.
Huh.
So it's basically a way to conserve water.
Wow.
Or if you come across something that's like a water elemental or something, you can definitely use it. So basically, they have to make a DC Constitution saving throw or take 10d6, excuse me, necrotic damage. Sorry, Justin.
Oh.
On a failed save, if you're facing a water elemental.
Specifically.
But could you roll a d6 for me, Oz?
That's a 1.
One. Okay.
Oh no.
So you have 5 uses of it. You have 5 pinches of dust with this. Yeah. And he explains, "Oh, yes, dust dryness could be useful in combat, but a lot of people, if they're going on, an excursion or an adventure and want to find a way to store water without, using too much space, they use this and then make it in little petables. Yes.
Interesting.
Maybe, yes. How did you acquire this?
It was given to me.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. I won't ask. Right. By the way, the tea was fantastic. I didn't have the chance to say thank you last
Good.
time.
Good.
It was very good. Yes. Tell me to say thank you. It was very
I
delightful.
shall.
Yes. All right. Anything else I can do for you today, Buzz?
I don't believe so.
All right. Well, pleasure. You know where to find me if you need me. All right.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna have more customers. It's been very busy. All right. Bye.
Bye.
And then you
Oswald-
see more young wizards come in.
Yeah, Oz
and
makes
talk to
himself
yourself.
scarce.
Right. And then you go back to the tavern.
Cool.
And Zymina, I would say you show up as well. So all 4 of you are back together again.
Yay.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you
no.
want-
just thinking, Dan. Calm down.
I know. I'm
All
just
right.
joking. It's just funny.
How's the
Oh.
morning been? Anything weird happened yet?
Oh, not to my knowledge, other than Craig and Miki getting a note from their fellow Zentarum, but I just got back from shopping myself.
Ooh, shopping. Anything interesting?
Did spend a pretty penny on getting this truth serum, and she kind of like pulls it out of her pocket or her pouch and kind of like dangles it. Just in case we need it. You never know if our captive or someone else could, be useful when telling the truth.
All right. Well, if that doesn't work, I also know Zone of Truth.
Oh,
And-
perfect.
Detect thoughts. So options. Yay.
Now that I'm hearing you say this out loud, perhaps we could have a discussion with our captive and see what he knows about Xanathar's guild. After all, the hermit did give us some pretty interesting thoughts about Xanathar. At least that's my assumption anyway.
All right. I'm game.
Unless, at any point, Craig, do you mention, having talked to him before? Because you would have done that before we got back, so just making sure that you're getting your 2 cents in here, since I think Miki is still upstairs calling his daddy demon.
Yeah. He seems to think that, Xanathar knows where he is. I'm not sure if there's actually a way for Xanathar to actually know where he is, or if he's just saying that. Might be worth looking into while you're down. You might be down there. You might be able to get it out of him. Apparently Xanathar has a disintegration ray ability.
Oh,
So
well, Isn't that nice? How many times he's come into the yawning portal, and thank God he hasn't disintegrated us once.
So, apparently you have to be really quick to get out of the way of that. And it still might get you a little bit.
I mean, it just looks at Oz like... Gotta be quick.
I'll come down there with you.
What?
I'm bringing him a book and some more food.
You are definitely more hospitable than I thought you would have been in this situation.
Oh, I'm gonna...
Oh, that's right. You want to charge JB.
I'm gonna
I
overcharge
remember.
JB, so...
Well, as long as it goes to the benefit of the group, that's fine.
Yep.
But it is a little concerning that he thinks Xanathar can still find him, despite the magic shackles, so perhaps we should interrogate him, because, yeah, we don't want this place we put all the money into to get destroyed now, do we?
Yeah. I was thinking we could do, like, good cop, bad cop. I'm gonna bring a very beautiful plate of food down there for him.
Oh, okay.
So...
Sorry, that was more me being surprised, but yeah, she goes, oh, well. I guess we're not opening the tavern, so somebody has to get your 5 out of 5 stars. But Oz, are you okay with using your spells to do this? I don't want to force you to. I know it's still kind of early in the day.
Well, I can use detect thoughts, and that out of game. I can use detect thoughts, and that won't use a spell slot. I have 1 per long rest, as a racial benefit. So
That's cool.
I could do that. Or I could just cast Zone of Truth, but it only lasts 10 minutes. So
I think
either
we
one.
could get enough out of him in that time period, but out of game, Miki, would you have come downstairs at that point while we were talking, or were you still
Yeah.
upstairs?
I'll come downstairs.
All right, well, yeah, we will just share what we're thinking of doing, just so that, you know, someone isn't like, where did everybody go?
Yeah, I'll explain my talk with Ball. And yeah, life for life. And I don't know if I have to kill Floon, which I really don't want to kill Floon. But if it's Floon specifically, or if he was just using Floon as an example and I could kill anybody to get my rats back.
Well, considering we live here, killing someone within this place is probably not the best idea, but if you had to do anyone, perhaps not Floon.
Yeah.
Maybe
But what if it doesn't
anyone
work
else.
then? You know, then I just
Are you-
killed a random person for no good reason? Like,
You have a problem with that, of all people?
no, I really don't. But, you know, just wasted bloodshed and, you know, the cleanup and it's just not worth it. So I just want to get it right the first time, you know, I'm kind of a perfectionist that way, so.
Well, if your rats continue to die, then I guess you're going to have to keep sacrificing people, so
Yeah.
truly, what a dilemma for you.
It really
Thank
is.
God you have 7 other rats.
Yeah. No, I have. Yeah, sorry.
I don't know, I guessed,
I was
actually.
including Percy for some reason. By the way, fun fact, I did put it in the chat, but I have the descriptions of all the rats on our NPC sheet, so I did all of that looking for nothing.
That's fine.
So that was fun, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Are you guys going downstairs to kind of like get info out of Ott?
I'll go down just for support. No, I'm not going to do anything.
Alright.
Maybe I'll just try to intimidate. I'll look intimidating.
Well,
Are
I
you
think all of
looking
us
into
going... I was like, I think all of us going down there may not be the best plan.
Oh,
Just
okay.
because we're kind of leaving the upstairs unattended.
Oh, sure.
I
I'll stay
mean-
upstairs then.
I can stay upstairs. I've
guys
got a
do
60-foot radius.
Good cop, bad cop.
Well,
Or
Or bad
range.
cop, bad cop.
how about you just keep the trapdoor open so you can kind of hear what we're talking about? That way you can stay in the loop without actually like leaving the bar
Sure.
area.
I'll sit there. I'll sit next to the trapdoor, and I'll bring my rats out, and I'll play with them while you guys are doing whatever to this man.
Okay.
All
It's
right.
fun to listen.
Okay. So, Zymina and Oz are going downstairs. Craig, are you going down too? Right, good cop, bad cop?
Yes.
Okay. And then Mickey's keeping watch. Okay. Sounds good. So you make your way downstairs. You see Aunt Steeltoes there. It looks like he's just kind of picking his nails a bit. They're very dirty to begin with. Kind of disgusting. He looks up at the three of you and not saying anything.
Oz is gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
So it's a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put the centering point like kind of in the middle of the cellar because I imagine the cellar's not that big.
I'm just showing Ox to everyone again.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Let me just pop this up here. Cool. All right. Sure. So let's go down to the cellar. Let's make sure everyone's there. So Odd is here. So are you casting? So 15-foot radius. That's going to be pretty much the whole cellar.
All right. I will put the point like back here or however far so that Ott is in it, but then we are not. Or if Ott's right there, I suppose it has to be over here.
It's a 15-foot radius. So
Yeah.
if you cast it here, 5, 10, 15, it's going to go all the way over here. Like, oh, are you going to cast it like the wood barrels here? And then 5,
Right.
10, 15. Okay, I see. Okay. As long as you guys, you're going to have to squeeze up a bit all the way at the right here if you want to do that. Just like you know.
It is
If you
funny
don't
because I
wanna-
think, yeah, we're all in radius at that point.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean,
otherwise-
is
It is
Ott
what
in
it
a
is.
chair where we could just move him
Right.
and roll down the cellar?
He's
Change the
shackled,
floor.
and it looks like he's bolted to the floor to prevent him from trying to run away.
Okay, never mind.
So, Zymina would have to move, like maybe like or squeeze in here or something.
Well, I mean,
Otherwise
Oz
or-
doesn't actually have to be down there, right? So I can be upstairs.
As long as you can see him. Now, the only way you're going to be seeing him is when you start to go down the stairs.
Well, then I guess I'll just stay at the top
Yeah.
of the stairs.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's with set it on a point of your choice within range.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll cast it
Yes.
over here. So then 5,
Perfect.
10, 15.
Like right there. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. So Zone of Truth. He has to make a charisma saving throw.
Yep.
Kill a random sewer rat.
Nah, he rolled a 3 on that.
Yes.
So you see like just like a whole like mix of just like black feathers just kind of like swivel around and go around in a circle as just like kind of like leaves in a breeze as he just goes around and he's just like, what is this? What are you doing to me?
I kind of imagine also like a slight gold shimmer in the air
Yeah,
with it.
definitely.
Yeah.
It has a radiance as well.
Yeah.
From your cleric likeness. Yep. All right.
Well, Odd, we
Lasts for 10 minutes. Yeah.
being pretty generous and brought you your food here, and we just wanted to ask you some questions. Specifically, is Xanathar really aware of your location here?
To the best of my knowledge, yes. He has eyes everywhere.
Like the eyes on your hat?
Now you see him trying to like struggle. These are fake.
Okay.
What's the
They're
reason for
not
that?
really eyes. I'm ashamed.
Hey, but what about his eyes being everywhere? A lot of people have eyes everywhere in this city, but I'm sure the person who caught you would have been very careful.
So Blob shop. He has a mirror. He can see through the shop. He knows of you, 4.
Yes.
Knew I should have killed that man.
Zoblob, like from like episode 1 or 2.
Yeah, 2.
Oh, freaking lord! Oh my god!
There's a. Oh, I hate you. He's being truthful of that. There's a stuffed beholder at the top of the shop. It's used as a way to spy on people entering and leaving.
Interesting. Is there a secondary entrance to the shop that would avoid detection of such a thing?
No. One and only. Xanathar made sure of that.
But how can he be sure that you're here out of all the places in the city?
He has spies everywhere.
And why would he come for you over anyone else?
He was about to say I'm pretty, but he knows that's a lie, so he's not going to say that. He says, I take care of Silgar, his fish. I'm a fish sitter. If the fish dies, they need to replace the fish really quickly, or he's gonna get mad. It happened in the past where the fish died, and they put a new one in before Xanathar would realize he was gone. We went through 3 and 4 weeks. Oh no!
You're not very good at your job, are you?
It's hard.
Do you
What?
want to work for Xanathar? You can be honest with us.
Well, he has no choice, Craig, but...
I was gonna say, Oz whispers, he has to be honest with us.
He like looks at you and he doesn't say anything. The zone of truth, it does make you force you to tell the truth, but they can choose to not say anything too.
I promise I won't say anything to Xanathar.
Make a persuasion check.
18.
18.
My gosh.
He
Keep those
he
dice.
looks at you and like sees how sympathetic you're being, and he's like, I'm scared every single day of my life for taking care of a fish.
Yeah.
I don't want that anymore. I
well,
want to be free.
Well, if he has eyes
Free.
everywhere, how would you be able to be free? Like, everyone in this city has...
I
reasons
don't
for-
know. It's like when you join any gang, you can't get out. It's easy to get in, but you can't leave.
mhm.
I'm
Well-
stuck.
You could always leave the city.
If I can get out in time, I'm not a fast runner.
Well, there are carriages, but perhaps we can discuss this with our mutual friend, depending on how much information you give us about Xanathar's guild and what he's been planning that you know.
He's keeping tight-lipped.
I just had a terrible thought.
Oh, what's that, Craig?
What if our mutual friend put him here to bring Xanathar here?
I think that would be incredibly reckless for someone with decently high intelligence, but perhaps more it's to draw Xanathar out of hiding to see what he's been up to, since you know how he likes to slither around in the sewers.
That's fair. Maybe it's not about us, it's about Xanathar.
I
But
think I
right
just
now-
freed myself.
Well,
Oh no.
it's very good for the dirt beneath your feet then, Ott, but right now let's focus on you.
Oh.
If you don't let us help you, our mutual friend is surely to make you disappear. And I mean permanently. We can at least offer you some form of help by having him as our friend. So if you want to get out of this as untouched as possible, I would say please just be honest with us about everything you know.
All right. We can get rid of the spell, and I'll be honest with you.
No.
He's still in the zone of truth,
I know.
and he said that.
I guess,
So you
I
need
mean,
control.
yeah, I don't know. Still, you could change it.
Oh
up.
yeah! Oh
Yeah,
my
you know.
gosh!
Yep.
So-
Mind fucked me.
Mind
Dan.
fuck. Yeah, I sure did. Yep.
She looks at Prig, and then she kind of like looks in her hand and starts to cast Primal Savagery, where she extends her nails to be very long and gangly. And she looks at Kot with a very devilish smile and just goes, "You might be afraid of him because he's huge, but I'll make sure to keep you alive for every second of this torture. You can choose the easy way or the hard way."
What's the way you want? Cause I want to help, and you're scaring me a lot. I'm gonna die.
Just don't give us any bad information. That'll.
What do you want? What do you want?
Ximena.
Well, that's exactly what I said. And she just continues to flex her nails and then kind of look at them. Everything you know about Xanathar and his guild and what's been going on.
He like looks down and like you can tell he's trying not to say anything, but roll intimidation with advantage, Ximena,
Okay.
on that.
Decent numbers. Oh, would you believe me if I told you I rolled 2 12s? That is so funny.
I think it's
Yes.
good. Okay. All right. Well, let me get some stuff here. 1 second.
Okay. Get your pens out, everybody. I'm gonna be typing away.
Click, click.
No, he's not here, Dan.
I.
In from the ceiling. Oh, okay.
Man. So, okay. One of the first things he says is, Xanathar has personal chefs to make his food. Kobolds. If they disrupt his food, all hell will break loose too. He's a very picky eater. I would know. There's also this dwarf who's very dangerous, named Amergo. It's spelled Ahmaergo. He's really into minotaurs and has a maze in his room. Don't touch it though, because you'll be trapped in it. There's... Oh... Yeah, he like I have to find the... You guys got me, you know, this is really good. There was
Sorry,
also... No, it's fine. This is really good. This is really good. Let me... Okay, that's him. There's also... Noska Urgray. That is... Noska. And then... UR''Gray. He's the enforcer that corrals all the thugs together. He has a crossbow for an arm because he lost it in the Undermountain. And then he also talks about another familiar name. Nihilor's the worst of all. He takes people from the surface, lays them down on wooden tables, extracts their brain, puts it into a pool of green liquid, and turns them into intellect devourers. He breeds them. Be careful. And that's what he says right now.
Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
she'll kind of like cancel her spell and just lean over and just pat him on top of his tentacled head or fungus type head hat and just say, "Thank you so much for the help, Aunt. That wasn't so hard, was it?"
Your claws are really sharp. But that's better now. I'm gonna die. It's gonna be bad for Aunt.
Oh, Aunt, it'll be bad for everyone if Xanathar goes on a rampage, not just for you. But like I said, promise is a promise. I'll try to have you get out of this city the minute our mutual friend is back. But for now, we need to protect you for the next couple of days until that can be made done. So, if you want to live, stick with us, be honest, and we'll help you. Isn't that right? And she looks up at Krieg.
We'll do our best to make sure you get out of this alive.
You really don't know. Your best is not going to be good enough. He's so powerful.
Well, we've had some scrapes with some other individuals, so there might not be much hope, but maybe a fool's hope.
You will see. And you remember this moment when I told you about him.
Well, in the end, death comes for us all, so really there's nothing we can do to avoid it. But that's the importance of having friends in the city, Aunt. A lot of people can stand up together against a giant threat, like Xanathar. He's not the only one in this city who's powerful, so I think you need to cheer up just a little bit.
Can you keep me company for a good bit? It's kind of lonely down here.
I'll stay down here with you.
All right.
Sure. We have a little time to spare. If that'll give you the peace you desire.
I don't have much friends. I just watch the fish.
Oh, you got one now.
Okay.
Alright, have fun, bye! And Oz cancels Shield Son of Truth.
Sure. So, Miki,
Yeah,
can you roll a perception check for me, please?
you betcha.
Thank you.
18.
18. Okay.
Nice.
You, as you're kind of like cleaning glassware, just taking a look, you kind of see through the windows, like through here, there's some shifting. There's some shadows. Of some
Could you mark
sort.
that again?
Sure. Right. Kind of like so. The front door is here. You see windows like looking over like your little porch area, like coming from over here.
That's weird.
This is up there with you now, by the way, just so you know.
I guess I'll just go outside and see what's out there.
Sure. So you go outside, and you take a look, and the glass that you were polishing. I don't know if you're still holding on to it. Are you still holding on to it?
I would set whatever I'm working on down and then go outside.
Here comes
a
the
look.
cliffhanger.
And you see 6 bugbears waiting to attack you. And that's where we're going to roll out of today's episode.
Hi guys, sorry we're closed.
No,
Sorry,
not
we're
you
closed.
going
You're gonna have to come back.
outside. Oh no.
I cast.
Yeah. I'll let you think about that for next week. But yeah, 6
No.
bugbears. We're going to get into initiative right
No,
at the
let's go
beginning.
another half hour, please.
Yep. Thank you everyone for tuning in. A lot of role playing, a lot of fun, good times. Please continue to check us out on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, seeing old clips too, and here on Twitch. We really appreciate your support. Thank you for the love. And remember, in case you forgot, this is Roll or
Roleplay.
Love you guys. Bye.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
You keep getting in trouble, Miki. What?